Today we are going to be learning about slope. What you are going to need is your packet, a pencil, and a calculator. At any time, please pause or rewind the video if you need to. If you have already learned part of this lesson, please fast forward to the part that you need to catch up on. We're going to start today with rate of change notes and slope. The rise is the difference in your y values. The run is the difference in your x values. When we're finding slope, you need to find the rise over the run, which is what this is right here, the ratio rise to run, which really is telling you it's your y over your x. Now, your y values are on your y-axis, so you will be going up and down. Your x values are on your x-axis, so you'll be going left or right. What I mean by going up or down, left or right, is we're going to be given a graph. And in order to find the slope, the first thing we're going to be doing is counting. We're counting how many spaces away the first point is from the second point. And in order to do this, you have to follow the directions up, down, left, or right. So my question to you is, if I start at this point, how do I get to this one? Can I go up or down? And in this case, I have to go up, and I'm going up 1. Since I have gone up, I then need to go over to the right. 1, 2, 3 spaces. That's my rise over my run. If I'm going up 1, that's a positive 1. If I'm going to the right 3, that's a positive 3. Up and right are positive, down and left are negative. So what I have right here for you is my slope of 1/3. Simply all you have to do is count. Now you may also count from the points of your choice. So you can also start from here. And the directions are the same. Can I go up or down? In this case, I have to go down 1 and then left 3. So if I go down 1, that's a negative 1. If I go left 3, that's a negative 3. And the reason why you need your calculators is because if you don't know how to simplify fractions, you need to hit your fraction button, which is right here, and you need to type in -1 over -3 to simplify the fraction for you. Your slope must always be in simplest form. It cannot be in a decimal or a mixed number. This is why I keep saying I don't like decimals and mixed numbers, because you will always need a fraction or a whole number for slope. So in -1 over -3 is positive 1/3, and that is our slope. So if we go to the next one, start from one of your points. In this case, we're going up 2, to the right 1. And 2 over 1 in simplest form, if you need to use your calculator, is just 2. You may also go from the other direction. You may start from this point and go down 2, left 1, which is -2 over -1. And if you simplify that, you still end up with 2. And we have one more example over here. Same deal. We're going to start from one point and get to the other. Ask yourself, can I go up or down? I have to go down 1, 2, 3. And then I must go over to the right 2. So if I'm going down 3, that's a -3. If I'm going to the right 2, that's a positive 2. Please type this in your calculator to make sure it's in simplest form, that of which it is. So your slope for this graph is -3 over 2. You may not give me a mixed number. And same thing as before, if I start from this point, I'm going up 3, left 2, which is positive 3 over -2. Positive 3 over -2 is the exact same thing as -3 over 2. As long as there's one negative, it's the same exact thing. There's one more part to this. The slope of a line can be positive, negative, 0, or undefined. So just like we found the slopes above, some were positive, one was negative, but we're just going to be able to determine that without counting, just by looking at the graph. So I like to start with this one over here. If I decide to go skiing, which direction am I skiing? I'm going down. It's falling. So this would be a negative slope. And if we look at our example up here that was negative, this as well, the line is going down. The numbers are decreasing. So the opposite of that, and I'm going to draw just a little graph over here. If we have a graph that is going like this, it is going up. It is positive. If we try to go skiing on this graph, we can't go skiing up the mountain. We would have to go hiking up the mountain, which would make this a positive slope. Now, that leaves us with these two. Easiest way for me to explain this to you is, let's look at this guy over here. We're still going to go skiing. If my guy is trying to go skiing, but there's nothing to ski on, he has a little problem, which is going to make this graph undefined. You can't go skiing when the line is vertical. And if we come over here, we have a horizontal line, which gives us a 0 slope.